Puffy wants to have more children. And this time with his girlfriend, Cass.
Put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down, and it looked like some gay act that was going on. He got on the phone. He said, let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, if she's on a radio station, he's talking to a radio executive. He said, nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is going to do anything with y'all. No business at all.
We come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come.
Wendy Williams has spent a considerable amount of time discrediting Diddy. Fans, however, now feel Wendy knew a great deal more than anyone in the industry because of the recent lawsuits filed against Diddy. Many admirers claim that Diddy is worse than Jeffrey Epstein, and Wendy Williams has been speaking about Diddy for a long time, which is evidence of this. Wendy didn't hold back in alerting people about Combs when she was in charge of the Hollywood news and gossip industry. Her career may have stalled due to her and the music mogul's continuing dispute. Do you get what I'm saying? Puff was powerful. Fans are now clamoring for Wendy Williams to return, particularly in light of the fact that Diddy is being accused of severe assault and physical abuse in many lawsuits. But you may be wondering if Wendy will be able to pull off an incredible comeback. We certainly hope so, though. Anyhow, as things become hotter, people are drawing parallels between Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein. For those who don't know, billionaire Jeffrey Epstein was formally found guilty of being a S offender. Charges of conspiracy and S-trafficking led to his arrest on July 6. A court document filed in Manhattan on July 8 claims that Epstein started abusing numerous young females around 2002. Additionally, it is said that he mistreated girls in his Palm Beach, Florida, and New York properties. It is believed that Epstein deceived victims in both places by claiming to provide massages, which later turned into illicit activities. Epstein allegedly offered his victims large sums of cash, according to the indictment. All right, since Epstein's story might fill a feature film, we won't be discussing it much further. Now, let's concentrate on the reason Diddy has recently been likened to Jeffrey Epstein. Jane Doe, a victim who met Combs' friends in a Detroit area, lounged 20 years ago while still a high school student, filed a lawsuit against Diddy recently. According to the complaint, they drove her to the New York City studio where Combs and two other men allegedly bribed her with drugs and drink after taking her on a private flight from Michigan to the New York region. The lawsuit also mentions that she was mistreated by Diddy and a few other guys. The victim was underage at the time, which is a troubling aspect of this. After suite, we have to concede to Wendy Williams' position at this juncture. We should briefly discuss Wendy and Diddy's ongoing conflict, as they have been at odds for a while. In 1994, Williams began her radio career at New York City's Hot 97, coinciding with the rise in popularity of Combs' Bad Boy record label, which featured musicians such as Faith Evans, Lil' Kim, Mace, Notorious Big, and Total. Hot 97's rotation during its debut featured a lot of the label's songs, according to former Bad Boy CEO Kirk Burroughs. Nevertheless, things deteriorated when Williams stated in a 2009 episode of The Wendy Williams Experience that Combs had allegedly given the order for Total members to confront and assault her while she was employed at Hot 97. Williams disclosed that her then-boyfriend intervened during the confrontation at Hot 97 to stop things from getting worse. She stated, "I got off the air one day and everybody upstairs at the radio station was looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down, and them Total were downstairs." Burroughs discussed the 1990s East Coast vs. West Coast rivalry between Bad Boy and Death Row Records in the same 2022 interview, highlighting Wendy Williams' part in the dispute. Burroughs said that Combs' baby son and the mother of the kid, Misa Hilton, received payment for posing for a picture with Combs' opponent, Suge Knight. It came to the East that Misa was present in the office, that Suge was meeting Justin Combs and maybe embracing him, and that a photographer was snapping pictures, Burroughs disclosed. It wasn't the picture we wanted the world to see, or the picture we needed to see on our end. Williams teased huge news on her syndicated radio show once she apparently learned about the images. The Bad Boy staff had to intervene in response to stop the image from going viral. Diddy's baby mother, Misa Hilton, leaks a photo of Suge King playing Diddy's son, Justin Combs, read the tweet from Tupac News, which featured the image of Suge King with Diddy's son. The image was captured during the East Coast vs. West Coast feud. Now, to put things in perspective, Wendy Williams has already stated that Diddy is gay, so it doesn't appear that the allegations were shocking to Diddy's followers. C and Diddy Combs may have engaged in ST activities with other guys, as Wendy Williams revealed. When Combs was vacationing in Cancun, Williams claimed to have gotten a picture of a man apparently ripping down Combs' shorts. Combs' former bodyguard, Gene Deal, hinted in a 2022 interview on The Art of Dialogue that Combs had Williams removed from Hot 97 before she could talk about the photo on the show. He exposed Combs' influence over New York radio stations and didn't let them breathe heavily if Combs didn't want them to. Combs wanted to post a photo of one of the sexiest DJs on Hot 97 getting his pants pulled down, so she fired him. According to Gene Deal, C and Diddy Combs threatened to withhold his support from Hot 97, his pals, record label executives, and everyone else connected to him if Wendy Williams wasn't removed before he returned to New York. Deal claimed that part of this threat was a boycott of the station by Combs' affiliated music business. It appears that Diddy used Hot 97 as a pawn in order to conceal his extramarital affairs. Deal continued, "We spent roughly 3 days out in LA. Wendy Williams was on the Philly radio station before we returned to New York. For her, it was over. She lost her job." In a 2013 interview with Vlad Div, Wendy Williams talked about leaving the New York City radio culture, especially in relation to combating homophobia in hip-hop. Once upon a time, Williams remarked, there was a radio personality. Wendy Williams went by that name, and she was essentially executed for bringing up such topics. "It's all come full circle now," she continued. "My career has involved numerous situations, and now it's all coming full circle." In retrospect, Wendy Williams' 2015 televised talk show speculation regarding C and Diddy Combs' potential for dictatorial behavior after their brief breakup with Cassie Ventura is noteworthy. Wendy Williams revealed to her studio audience that she would find C and Diddy Combs' suspected behavior to be uncomfortable and frightening. "My thing about dating a mogul is that if you use your head, you never know when they'll pop up on the scene," she remarked. "It's really difficult to avoid them. He can rent a jet now, park it on the hotel roof where she is staying, bribe the front desk staff, get me a key, and let me into her room." When Wendy's accusations against Diddy proved to be accurate, fans were taken aback. Cassie Ventura sued C and Diddy Combs in November, citing incidents of both physical and psychological abuse and making allegations of torture. Ventura, who was also signed to Bad Boy, said that Combs drugged her during their turbulent 11-year relationship in order to get her to Steph K with him and other people. Remarkably, Combs and his legal team settled with Ventura for an unknown sum the day after the complaint was filed. To keep his secrets from Cassie, Diddy moved quickly to silence her, but it was too late. The truth had already surfaced. 2 years later, Wendy Williams and C and Diddy Combs reconciled after the record label owner made a cameo visit on Williams' program. "I know I pissed a lot of people off, including you, but this is a full circle moment," Williams said with a kumbaya moment, revealed that she hadn't seen him in 15 years. "I understand that I upset a lot of people, including you, but this is a moment for everyone to come full circle." Combs acknowledged that he was anxious to go on the show, but he also commended Williams for being among the pioneer hip-hop journalists. Remarkably, Williams steered clear of her typical caustic tone and instead asked Combs primarily about his kids and his efforts. Combs used the occasion to advertise his most recent endeavor, a documentary on the background of Bad Boy Records. Combs stated, as African-American men and women, "We needed a success story with a happy ending." Wendy Williams talked about C and Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura's separation on air in 2018 during one of their on-again, off-again periods. Ventura was 17 years older than Williams, and Williams said Ventura had wasted her time with him. About a week following the announcement of the split, Combs tried to woo Ventura back on social media. Following the resolution of the legal dispute with Cassie Ventura, Diddy Combs was once again accused of causing harm to others. On November 23, a person said that Combs had drugged and physically abused her in 1991 while she was a Syracuse University student. Another report surfaced the next day, claiming that singer Aaron Hall and Combs had a woman drink before attacking her. Combs was charged with abusing a juvenile in a separate incident in 2003 with music entrepreneur Harve Pierre. In response, Combs posted on social media, writing, "People are trying to get money quickly by making terrible accusations against me. To be clear, none of the negative things they're suggesting I did. I'm going to defend the truth, my family, and my name." But since Diddy has consistently shown them to be true, a lot of his admirers now accept the accusations leveled against him as true. Wendy Williams told us all about Diddy back in the day. A user tweeted, "Nobody paid attention. I missed the hottest subjects." Wendy Williams been exposing Puff and others regarding their foul play when she was on the radio. A different commenter commented, "Before they blew out, he even attempted to persuade Total to jump her." Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like and comments. Also subscribe our channel for more videos.